We do a lot of things that cost us our peace. We are the one that is responsible for us having high blood pressure because we do things that cost us our peace. And when you don't have peace, there is no way you are going to rest. There is no way your mind is going to rest. And if your mind is not resting, then probably you are developing blood pressure gradually. Because we do things that we don't see as the thing affecting us. But according to my own life experience, the way we live our life also matters how our health is going to be. Because according to my own little knowledge in life, I understand that our food, the food we consume, contributes to our health. The things we do contribute to our health. The lifestyle we live contributes to our health. And if you are going to live long, apart from natural disaster or let's say death by circumstances, we are also responsible for anything that happened to us. Now, I will share 3 things that we do that cost us our peace and that can also cut our life short. 3 things that we do. But we see it as normal thing, as common thing. But meanwhile, it is costing us our peace because your mind will be troubled. Anytime you do these 3 things I want to mention, your mind will be troubled. Number 1, if you have been doing it before, I want you to stop. Stop sharing too much about yourself. Stop sharing too much about your work. Stop sharing too much about what is happening in your home, your family. You don't know the level of danger you are attracting to yourself. You don't know at all. The funniest part is when you now do this thing and you now start seeing the consequence, you now start feeling insecure. You start feeling disturbance within you. How will you be sharing too much about yourself to a close friend? No matter how the person is closer to you, you need to stop sharing too much. Stop telling them everything about you. You need to control your mouth. How are you? I am fine. How is your family? They are fine. How is your work? Work is fine. Must you tell them the way your boss behave? I don't know. Me myself, before I later come to realize all these things, there was a particular thing that happened in my office. So this friend of mine was a very, very close friend of mine. Actually, truth be told, she's my girlfriend. So she talked to me, how are you? I said, I'm fine. So we're having good conversation. Then she not asked about my work. And I said, I told her some things about my work. Later, when we were done with the conversation, I don't know. Then my memory replayed those things to me. My memory replayed those things. I was not like, wow, I've shared some secret information, some confidential information with this person. Now, my mind was not at peace because I was now bothered that what if she went ahead to disseminate the information to another person? Or probably, what if the information is going to affect her also and she now told someone? Then the funniest part is, you tell people that this thing I want to tell you, don't tell anybody. Then you now tell them. Before you know, they will tell another person. And before you know, it will seize your peace. Because when the troubles come, just imagine if the information I shared with her at that precious day, she shared it with someone that knows about our work ethic. Don't you know that thing can cost me my job? Now, what will I do if that thing now costs me my job? You need to come to understand that all these things, the funniest part is, we as human, the way I see life, anything we do, there is a consequence to it. There is a consequence to all of our action. but we don't know. We don't take it serious. We see it as a normal thing. Some people, the problem they found themselves presently, it is due to oversharing. It is due to not knowing how to control their mouth, especially when they are emotionally down or when they are emotionally high. That is part of the reason why, if you want to get some good information from someone that drinks, just let them get high. They'll start sharing too much. And that is also part of the reason why, if you want to know if you want to know how this person feel about you, let them get angry. You see them talking, they'll start sharing what they feel about you, what they think about you. You need to know how to control yourself in your emotion state. You need to know how to control yourself in your happy state. You need to know how to control yourself. A friend of mine was saying she shared one of our secret information with a friend that is actually one of our best friend, our closest friend. That in the group of the other friends, in the group of our roommates, they are all friends, but that is the closest one among them. So in the group of other friends, that will I believe that this girl, these are our closest friend, use that as secret to make a joke among other people. That they all laugh it out, they all laugh it off, and after that incident, she was just thinking like, why will this person say this kind of a thing? What if someone among them take it serious and they use it as an insult, as an abuse to me? You need to think of all these things before you start sharing different stories about yourself, about your family, about your work, about your life, about what is going through in your life. Number 2, you need to stop complaining about everything that happens in your life. See, no matter how good you are, no matter who you are, you still find some people that behave in a funny way. And if you want to have peace, you need to accept them, that this is who this person is. I am telling you. Out of my own life experience, I am telling you. The boss I worked with, she's very, very funny. She is very, very, very funny. She's a person that she can't trust you. No matter anything you do, she cannot trust you. That's just who she is. And for that kind of a person, if she told you that, please help me to get this thing, forget. She's monitoring you. Nothing. She's monitoring you. You can't give her information she should believe you. She will need to confirm it herself. That is just the kind of person she is. And I'm telling you, if she sent you an errand, she will start asking different questions just to know that you did exactly what she told you to do. So that's how funny she is. Someone that will ask you to help her to get something in her car, and will still be asking you questions that, hope you did not take anything in my car. Like, you feel like, wow, why am I being accused? That's an accusation, actually. So she's a person that lives a suspicious life. But to some people, you will take it as, why is this person treating me this way? You just need to understand that some things are just meant to be, and that is how they are. There's nothing you can do to it. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do to that person. You can't change the person. Now imagine when someone is asking me, how is your work today? And meanwhile, my boss sent me to pick something in her car, and she was telling me that, hope you did not take anything in my car except from what I asked you to pick. Like, she was saying, hope you did not open my bonnet, hope you did not do. I was like, She was saying, hope you did not take that money I put. I was like, that's an accusation. But when you know who she is, you don't need to trouble yourself. You don't need to be worried about anything. You don't need to put yourself in a worried situation. I don't think you need to put yourself in a state whereby people now need to start asking you, what happened? How are you doing? How is your work? You now start complaining, my boss today, she sent me to pick something in her car, and she was not telling me that, hope I did not pick any money in her car, except from what she asked me to pick. Like, you now be saying, my boss was accusing me, my boss did this, my boss. Calm down. So far, what happened is not affecting your job, and it's not affecting your health, or it's not affecting you. Calm down. No, stop attaching it to your mental health. There is nothing happening to your mental health. She did not trigger anything. That is who she is. Forget it. Accept it like that. Anytime she said, hope you did not. No, I did not. Simple. That's just it. It is not as if she called the police that, hello, I said, no. She was also asking. Fine. And you said, no, I did not. Simple. And you make sure, in that kind of situation, you just make sure that everything you need to do, you do it at the right time and the way you're supposed to do it. Simple. You don't need to start complaining. My boss did this, my husband did this, my wife did this. I've told my wife she should stop putting her clothes here. I've told my husband anytime he comes back home, you should make sure he carry his bag away from the sitting room into the room. I've told him he did not used to hear what you stick. No. If you've told them that this is how you should be doing it, and the person refuse to follow it like that, like, if you can't take it anymore, then be doing it yourself. Or better still, you ignore it, or you let it be. Instead of you complaining, these things they are costing you your peace, your own personal peace, your peace of mind. The time you need to now start sleeping and resting and relaxing on your own, you will now be thinking. Why must you overthink? Those things are actually building sickness. They are developing some things in you. Your sleepless nights that you are using to think about what someone did, someone said, that sleepless night is affecting your health. Now, number 3, if you know you have been doing it before, you need to stop. You need to stop always asking for favor. Like, is it every time you are in need? I don't know. You need to understand this thing that you must be contentment with what you have. You must be contented with what you have. Like, you must be satisfied. The only time you should be asking for help or for favor is when you see that you have looked at the front, the back, the right, the left, you don't have this thing and you need it, not something you want. Why must you borrow clothes to a party? Why? If you don't have a clothes to wear to a party, is it a must for you to go? If you feel like, okay, the clothes I have, I can't wear it to this party, then is it compulsory for you to go? These things are actually causing your peace. You know the reason why this need is actually causing your peace? It is because by the time you borrow that clothes or that gold, that necklace, that hair from that your friend, and you are unable to return it back due to one thing or the other, due to either misplacement or mismanagement. When you borrow clothes of huge amount of money, and the clothes got torn when you are coming back home, how are you going to return it back to the owner? When you borrow shoe of huge amount of money and you are unable to return it back due to one thing or the other when you are coming back home, how are you going to have peace? These things are costing you your peace. You just need to understand this thing. Like, I've given you 3 different points, 3 different ways these things are actually costing you your peace. If you are doing it before, you need to stop it. You have peace of mind. Actually, I don't know if there is any event that they will screen you before they allow you to enter, except from the access card. I don't know if they will screen your clothes or they will screen. The funniest part is, even in event, they will choose a particular outfit in some events, they'll choose a particular color to wear. The funniest part is, if you don't wear the color or you don't have the outfit, so far you have the access card, they will allow you to come inside. Then why are you now putting yourself in unnecessary worry? Why are you putting yourself in unnecessary stress? You don't need it. It's affecting your health. They are taking away your peace. The funniest part is, you see these 3 things I mentioned, people are actually using it to judge you, but you don't know. People are using these 3 things I mentioned to judge you. When you overshare about yourself, about your family, about your work, people will judge you as, number 1, they will judge you as talkative. Number 2, they will judge you as someone that don't have secrets. You get? People are judging you, and the way they judge you is the way they will treat you. Have you seen a situation whereby someone will intentionally be avoiding you? Someone will intentionally be avoiding to have some specific conversation with you, because they know if they should have that specific conversation with you, you will not have peace of mind again. You'll be thinking about it. And once you are thinking about it, you'll be thinking of who to tell. Even the funniest part is, if you are someone that doesn't know how to keep secrets, once you get the information immediately and you see someone, the first thing you will tell the person is that information. Now, look at the aspect of someone who always nag. The funniest part is, a nagging partner will not allow a marriage to last. Any small thing, you are complaining. Can't you just take something? Like, can't you just accept something to be normal? Can't you just endure? If you are in inconvenient state, can't you just take it like that? That, okay, this thing has happened. That is life. That is nature. And it is happening. The only thing you should be thinking about is, okay, what is the next step? What is the solution? What is the way out? Not start complaining, telling this one, this is what's happening, this is what, why? If telling them will actually bring solution, then fine. That is a way to look for solution for that problem. But if telling them is not going to bring solution, then people will start judging you as someone who nags every time. Your partner will say, my partner is nagging. That is what brings the idea of nagging woman, nagging man. And the funniest part is, these things, they scatter relationship, but you don't know. You don't take it serious. And before you know, may you not marry nonsense. I am telling you, may you not marry nonsense. May you not marry nonsense. Because when you start complaining too much, they will start judging you. Then look at the third aspect. I am saying it one more time. May you not marry nonsense. Because how are you going to satisfy the partner that borrowed to the stage of borrowing underwear, that can beg for anything? How are you going to satisfy that kind of partner? No matter how rich you are, you cannot satisfy such a partner. Because the funniest part is, when you get them expensive thing and they see another cheap thing, they see common thing, cheap thing on their friend, they are ready to borrow that cheap thing from their friend in the name of asking for favor. She's my friend, he's my friend. How are you going to satisfy such a partner? And people will start judging you. I was with a friend one day. Then we were going out. All of a sudden, she saw one of our friends, and she was like, this girl is telling me that she is very, 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 very certain that this girl that we are looking at, everything on her body is not totally her own. I was like, everything on her body is not completely for her. I was like, how? She said, it is either she borrowed it or she begged for it for them to give her in the name of asking for favor. There was a day my phone was ringing. I was not looking at who was calling. I was like, oh, I cannot pick this call. You know why? Because I know this person that is calling. It is either this person has problem and they need me to help, or this person actually want to beg for something, I ignored the call. I will not lie to you, because you are using your own to affect my own. And that is part of people that when they have rich brothers or rich uncle in their family, they will not let them to rest. They will not give them peace of mind. Meanwhile, all those rich brother, rich uncle, they have their own. The funniest part is, you see all these rich brother, rich uncle that you believe they have everything, they are suffering underneath their laughter. They are suffering underneath their laugh. Like, everybody is going through one thing or the other. That's just it. If you watch this video up to this stage, I'll say thank you very much for following up, and please like, subscribe, and share for others to benefit. Please share. If you know you have a friend that needs to hear this, share it to her or him. Thank you very much. See you in our next video as we explore life archaeology. Thank you.